It is time. We are here at the Poconos in Pennsylvania as we are set and ready to go racing for 40 laps around the tricky triangle known as Pocono Raceway. And no, you do not have to adjust your screens because we are racing at night under the lights. Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, I welcome you to Viagra Cup 21. Yes, indeed, nighttime racing at Pocono. This is going to be some of the most thrilling and action-packed Pocono racing you'll probably ever see. This track is unlike any Pocono that I have ever witnessed. It is going to be some absolutely insane action for 40 laps here tonight. Our most recent event, Viagra Cup number 20 in Daytona, came down to fuel strategy. And oh hey, we're here at a track that is infamous for fuel strategy determining who wins and who gets bitten in the ass. A tank of gas around the tricky triangle here tonight gets you what our lap count is: 40 laps, which does not guarantee that you can make it the entire way on fuel, as we saw at Daytona, where 8 drivers ended up running out of gas, even with a pit stop to get the fuel cells full, or so we thought. So it is very, very imperative on all of these crew members and crew chiefs especially to really crunch the numbers and get the data absolutely perfect on fuel strategy, because it could rear its ugly head once again here tonight. Now, if we have multiple cautions, the fuel strategy gets tossed out the window. They'll be able to save plenty of fuel. But say we get only one caution, we could see it rear its ugly head again, because we had that one caution at the beginning of Daytona. Everyone came down to pit, and still drivers could not get their fuel cells full, and it really bit a lot of drivers in the ass, 2 of which are high up in our point standings. This is what we will talk about here briefly. For the 4th race in a row, we have a new points leader. Man, oh man, these point standings have been getting shaken up and jumbled up by the race as we inch ever so closer towards the end of the regular season and the beginning of the Championship Eliminator. The number 48 machine, he just gained 4 spots in the points from 5th. And now the top dog, Austin the Plant. Not a winner yet this season, but he has been one of the most consistent drivers of the entire season, and his consistency finds himself here as our points leader by only 5 points over Cody Lamas, who was really close going back-to-back at Daytona, but ended up getting caught behind some drivers who ran out of fuel towards the end, but still gained him back from 4th to now 2nd in the points. A couple of those drivers that ran out of fuel are drivers that are 3rd and 4th in points. Desiree, who's only 6 points back of Austin. Anthony Rory dropped from 2nd to 4th. Basically, him and Cody swap positions. Anthony, he was leading the race with a lap and a half to go and ran out of fuel. So he is damn sure gonna make sure that his numbers are crunched perfectly, because he does not want to have what happened to him in Daytona happen again. Tim Walsh, he vaulted back up to 5th in the points, and Matt McIntyre back down to 6th after he went into Daytona as the points leader. Of course, he got caught up in the only incident of the night and finished dead last, which he fell down back to 6th, which is actually where he was in points going into Autumn Hill, and then he vaulted up to the points lead after Autumn Hill. Well, he started Daytona as the points leader, and he's back to 6th. So he's either been 1st or 6th, and no in between over the last couple of events. The other McIntyre of the Levi variety, currently sits 7th, Carlos Zimmerman. He has been on a pretty bad run as of late, except one event ago at Daytona, finished in the 8th spot and is back to now 8th in the points, gaining 7 positions. It had gotten that ugly for him. And now here he is. He's been in the top 10 most of the season. He fell out for one event, and here he is back in the top 8. New to the top 10, driving the number 25 machine is Kyle Matthews. He's been kind of knocking on the door this entire season of breaking into the top 10, and here he is, 9th in the points. And then rounding out the top 10 is Allie Rain, and she has a 4-point cushion over the number 40 machine, Autumn Hill Race winner, RJ Bishop. And once again, here is a look at what the Championship Eliminator would look like. We began here tonight, the Plant, Lamas, and Voiles with those coveted buys. McCrory in 4th, down to Allie Rain in 10th, separated by 26 points. And the magic number after tonight's event is 4. 4 more events until we lock in our Championship Eliminator 10 to determine who wins the Viagra Cup. Starting on the pole, he finished runner-up at Daytona. It's been a pretty miserable season for him, but got his best finish by far this season. Was a benefactor of a lot of drivers running out of gas towards the end of the race, but nonetheless, he finished 2nd, and he starts on the pole here tonight. It is his first pole of the season, driving the number 17 machine for the Roush camp. It is the Brit, Nathan Hudson. And starting outside pole, the winner from Viagra Cup, number 18, looking for that 2nd win here tonight, driving the number 18 Interstate Battery Chevy with a little bit of silver on it here, Hiccup Bush. And then starting in 3rd, on row number 2, couple of dodges. It's been a pretty miserable season for the driver starting in the 3rd spot. Number 41 machine, Charles Jackson, coming into this event 35th in points, looking for anything positive to go his way here tonight. And then starting to his outside in the 4th spot is the number 43 machine, coming in 27th in the standings. The driver also looking for his first career Viagra Cup win. It is another Brit, Joshua Collar. A lot of the championship contenders are starting towards the midway portion of the field and towards the back as well. I'll say this right here, right now, track position, especially early on in this race, going to be extremely important. The stage is set, and we are ready to go racing here tonight for 40 action-packed thrill riding laps around the tricky triangle, Pocono Raceway. Here is a look at the rest of your 42 car starting lineup for Viagra Cup 21. We are back. We are set and ready to go racing here tonight under the lights. I know it's pretty weird saying that here at this 2.5 mile tricky triangle, the Pocono Raceway. The trouble spot of Pocono is going to be the exit of the very long front stretch and entering turn 1 because it bottlenecks like crazy. We will see drivers dive bomb it in 2, 3, and maybe even sometimes 4 wide going into that corner, which if that happens, prepare your anus.
Daddy.
Here we go. What, turn 4? There is no turn 4 here at Pocono, as Nathan Hudson and Hiccup Bush will lead us to the charge. As we are set ready to go, the green flag is out, and Viagra Cup 21 is underway here under the lights at Pocono. You can see James Qualls, the 24 machine, the first one to dive it in, 3 abreast. And like I said at the top, this will be unlike anything you have probably ever seen at Pocono Raceway before. Nathan Hudson, he'll take it into the tunnel turn here with the lead. Charles Jackson side by side with Hiccup Bush there. Versus Semethi to the inside. Now goes the number 7 machine. Up into the short chute and into turn number 3. And it will be Nathan Hudson who will lead the first lap. And here you'll see on the front stretch, they'll fan out 4, 5 wide. And hold your breath. There's the head into turn 1. Please make it through, ladies and gentlemen. At the front they are, but we'll see here towards the back. I mean, yeah, they're doing it. Take a look here at McCrory trying to fight his way. He started near the back, trying to fight his way to the front. As now Hiccup Bush goes to the inside of Charles, trying to get a run here on Nathan Hudson. He can't. Hudson slams the door on him, and Jackson got a really great run off of the corner there in turn 2. And that sent Hiccup's car all the way up to the high side of the track because of that. And now he is under threat for third here by the 7 machine of Marissa Semethi. Still Nathan Hudson. See Eric Sadler, and let's look at the traffic behind him, man. It is a hornet's nest. Now Hiccup trying to block the 43 machine here, heading into turn 1. He can't collar with a good run. Trying to get that draft off of Charles Jackson and take the position away. And now Charles Jackson with a good run here on Nathan Hudson for the lead. And now Joshua Collar makes it 3 wide. And he had to get out of the throttle there. Smart decision by that 43 machine. He probably would have gotten really tight and run up to the high side of the track. And he thinks better of it here early on. As now Charles Jackson will take the point away here from Nathan Hudson. Pollard back in third, Marissa here. A lot of these drivers not doing so hot in the points. All these drivers here at the front are sitting about 30th plus in the points. And they're all here at the front. Eric Sadler, of course, he just dropped out of the top 10. Here he is battling inside the top 10 right now. See, there's Qualls, there's Noah Hart, our Darlington winner, James McLeod. Home track here, kind of, for this number 3 machine of Anthony Tompkins. A lot of hometown drivers here at Pocono. I believe Hiccup is one of them as well, or at least they count this as their home track. As Nathan Hudson did take the lead back, Charles fell back to third. Damn, I missed it. Nathan Hudson back to the front here. So again, track position, pretty important, especially here at in the early stages of this event. Now Jackson to the inside, and he's gonna get out of the throttle there. Didn't have enough of a run. A clearance there on Collard, and oh no, oh boy, here we go. What I talked about, heading into turn 1, and there's Tompkins, Seth Cole's involved, Samet, and Carlos Zimmerman just got back in the top 10 in points, and he might be falling out once again. Early on, there's Dylan Young, Kyle Matthews as well, 9th in the standings with heavy damage. Daniel Boyles with damage. Zach Buchanan. I think Austin the Plant is good. I don't see any damage here on our points leader. Last time by he was 33rd. He looks like he's good to go unless there's something internally wrong with the car. And I said it at the top, heading into turn 1, the track just narrows and bottlenecks so badly that taking it more than 2 wide going into the turn is, well, what we saw happen. A wreck's gonna break out. And it's gonna take out quite a few drivers, probably at least 7 or 8, maybe even 9 drivers with damage here. Is D. Young, Nashville race winner here, major damage on his car. And there it is. And now we will see here momentarily if they do come down to pit to make damn well sure that they have enough fuel in the cells to last 40 laps. We'll take a look at the replay of the caution first, and then we'll come back and get the pit stops if they do indeed happen. Well, here it is. What has been a common thread this entire season, ladies and gentlemen? 4 wide equaling disaster. If you guessed that, you answered the question correctly, because they went 4 wide going into a turn 1 where you most definitely cannot do that. Otherwise, this will be the end result. Seth Cole, Sam Adonskin, Carlos Zimmerman, Cole Daly way at the bottom of the track there are going 4 wide, and just actually a couple of instances, a bang instance here. You take a look, Anthony Tompkins, once again, his quote-unquote home track. He's going to squeeze up into Seth. So I guess Cole didn't really have anything to do with that. He scabbers away. There you can see Samet, Carlos, Seth Cole all getting piled in as well. There's Matthews, Daniel Voiles piling in, Bobby Rodriguez as well. Host of drivers at the bottom of the track avoiding it. There's Dylan Young getting caught up in it as well. And then there's Kyle Matthews. There's Ibrahimian. He got a piece of it too. And yeah, just the product of going into turn 1, just racing closely. Something's got to give. And it gave right here between the 3 and the 45. We'll rewind it here once again to get another view of it, just to make sure that view ain't great. This camera angle's okay. Once again, you're going to see the 3 cars squeeze up into the 45 right there, making contact. And around he goes. Damn, this was about near 10th spot. Anthony was 13th that time by. Wow. All right, so this could have been 10 times worse. It could have potentially blocked the entire track. But luckily, it really only blocked the middle and the high lanes. And there you can see everyone else just piles in because nowhere to go. That's the product of what happens here when you race that closely. And Seth not going to be really appreciative of that 3 car, not giving him any room. And here's the end result. Just a bunch of drivers getting caught up in that melee. Time for some onboard replays of that incident. And the first one is going to be here with the number 3 machine of Anthony Tompkins. And look who is directly in front of this wreck. It's Cody Lamas, because of course it is. There's Anthony. Squeeze up into Seth. There's Samet. Samet's teammate D. Young, Matthews, and others. All wiped out in a blink of an eye. He just re-entered the top 10 in points. And just like that, he might exit the top 10 in points after this one. The number 21 machine here of Carlos Zimmerman. See Anthony right in front of him, squeeze up into Seth. It all just happens so quickly. Hard impact, head on into the outside wall. A little tap there a couple of times, 3 times there from Dylan Young. Hit again by the 25. Keeps it going, but the damage has been done. Next perspective here is going to be from our Nashville race winner, the number 2 machine of Dylan Young. Bang, bang. All right in front of him. Hits his teammate. Up into Carlos. Hits him 2-3 times. A lot of back end, side end, and front damage. He might be done for the night because of it. And now, the onboard replay perspective from our points leader in the number 48 machine, Austin the Plant. Once again, came around this time by 33rd. And he was in the thick of it and somehow avoided absolute disaster. Brilliant job by the spotter, checking him up, avoiding everybody. Desiree does as well, and his car remains squeaky clean. He is able to keep on going on here tonight. And here we go. Pit strategy is coming into effect right away in this event here on lap 6, coming to lap 7. 3 drivers are coming in, and there's a lot that are staying out. Ho ho, baby. This is gonna get interesting. It's headed up, I believe, by the 41 machine, Charles Jackson. He's in. Marissa and Hiccup Bush are all in to pit. And it looks like it's just gas and go for these three drivers who are at the front. Of course, you see a lot of drivers here with damage coming to get their service and repairs done. But man, oh man, they must know something that we don't, because they have given up valuable track position to come in and pit. This is gonna, oh boy, are we gonna see Daytona all over again? We'll have to wait and see. Let's head back to the live action of the green flag. Welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, there has been a mishap, mostly user error on my end with the ticker, and it is not updating properly. I sincerely apologize for that. I'm just gonna go ahead and hide it for the remainder of the race. Still trying to get used to implementing this as best as I possibly can into these races, so my bad, y'all. But unfortunately, there won't be a ticker at the bottom of your screen for the remainder of this event. And we do have two drivers that are out. The number 2 of Dylan Young gonna finish dead last, and Carlos Zimmerman just got back in the top 10 in points, and just like that, tap of a finger, he is out. He will finish 41st here tonight. Drivers in the back here with some damage, probably gonna play a factor at some point. And of course, these three here, Marissa, Charles Jackson, and Hiccup, playing the fuel strategy mind games here early on with damn near the rest of the field. As Nathan Hudson, Joshua Collard, two Brits, will lead us back to the green flag here on lap number 10. Levi McIntyre poking out there, poking his head around. Good start there by the number 43 machine of Collard. Now Nathan Hudson with that preferred line there. Here comes the 20 machine of Eric Sadler. Of course, these restarts here at Pocono, really nuts, especially with them going double wide now. Eric Sadler trying to get a run here on Hudson. James Qualls had to get out of the throttle there. Yeah, you definitely cannot go 3 wide in the tunnel turn. You see there, Qualls tried to do it and was unsuccessful. It's now Sadler. It's gonna be a close race back to the line here between him and Hudson, and it will be the 20 machine who leads the lap. Eric Sadler trying to get back in the top 10 in points. He's 15th, was 10th going into Daytona. Now it's a prime opportunity to go to victory lane for what will be his second victory of the season. Of course, he won back at Michigan. Nathan Hudson hanging on strong there on the outside. Now Scott Commons tries to go 3 wide. It's not gonna work though. Never mind. Okay, yep, there it is. Yep, he loses momentum. You just got to, otherwise you're gonna wreck. He's gonna fall back there to now 5th, because look who is in the 4th spot. The number 29 machine of Cody Lamas. Was looking pretty good. Oh no, there was another wreck. Was there? No, there wasn't. I'm just seeing things. Never mind. Look at them just fan out. That is breathtaking. Oh man. Did they make it through? It looks like they did. Oh, Tim Walsh here in the sucker hole here at Pocono. That is unreal. He's trying to get in line here. Oh my God, he almost made contact there with Anthony McCrory. That's 4th and 5th in the points. And here's Desiree here too. Championship contenders all here in a little gaggle here towards the back. Now we work our way back up to the front. Joshua Collard side by side here with the 17 and Nathan Hudson. We've got Cody Lamas all over his back bumper. Hudson leads. Driver's trying to use that side drive. Look at that image. That's beautiful. And now to the inside goes the 29 machine of Cody Lamas. Oh, Levi McIntyre way out of line there. He keeps it going though. What a brilliant run by the 99, but he is falling back big time now. That's a tough break. Great job to keep that car under him. But unfortunately it costs him 10, 15, 20 positions. As now, as I was saying, officially now to the lead goes the number 29 machine of Cody Lamas, and he will get the very valuable bonus point. Pollard second, and from third on back, good luck. Here's McLeod. I see RJ here in the middle. Cole Daly, Michael Norman. Nathan Hudson's falling back here to what, fifth spot, and there is Tim and Anthony and Matt McIntyre. They are trying to work their way to the front, as now Joshua Collard gonna take the lead, and Cody really messed up there entering the tunnel turn, but he is trying to fight back on the outside line. Now here comes Eric Sadler, dive bobs it in. They are 3 wide in turn 3. What a move by Sadler. And because of that, he's gonna take the lead. And now McLeod, is he gonna make it 4 freaking wide? Oh my God almighty, there goes Collard! Oh, and Michael Norman just slammed the inside wall, and this is not gonna be good. McCrory's involved. Matt McIntyre 2. Nathan Hudson, the pole center. Oh my God, and there's Charles. Oh my God, he tried to play the fuel mind games, and it bites him in the ass. There's Trent, there is Anthony McCrory. Qualls involved too. Allie Rain, massive damage on her car. Steven Gonzalez too. And I saw Michael Norman, he absolutely murdered that inside wall. Austin LaPlante, he's good to go. It looks like again. As James McLeod is the leader. Cody made it through. Tim made it through. RJ, though, has heavy left side damage on his car. Wow. And man, oh man, I thought they were going to make it 4 wide there. I'm pretty sure they did. And Joshua Collard, there he is. Collard and Nathan Hudson, the 2 strongest cars so far tonight, have just been taken out. Just like that. Unbelievable. And Charles got a feel for him as well. Oh, and Sky Kyle, they're bumping and banging here. Slowing down, trying to look at this. Is this Pocono or is this Martinsville? Good Lord, almost half the field has their cars torn up. Tim Fiegel with massive damage. Galligan with damage. McIntyre doesn't look like he has any damage though, but once again, he fell back heavily. And now we're here. Let's see what the decisions will be for these drivers. Are they gonna make it their way into pit road? Are they gonna stay out? McLeod staying out. All right. RJ Bishop gonna repair the car here. McIntyre's coming in, other drivers with damage to their cars, but the leaders are staying out once again. And in this caution is going to be vital for fuel saving. Because if you don't save enough here, it might bite you in the ass in the later portion of the night. Caution is out yet again for the second time for another incident in turn 1. Let's have a look at the replay. Battling for the lead, and the 2 Brits are the 2 strongest cars so far through the halfway point of this event. Get into one another. Very similar to what we saw earlier with Anthony Tompkins and Seth Cole. Happens here again with the 43 and the 17. Change it here to the aerial camera. There you can see the 29 machine once again is going to slither his way through this somehow in some way. And there you can see Collard up into Hudson and squeezes him into the wall. Manuel Hart didn't know where to go. There's Michael Norman absolutely plowing that inside wall. And there's Trent Dunham, James Qualls. Matt McIntyre got taken out and goes head on to the wall. There's McCrory. There's Steven Gonzalez as well. Oh my God, and then Charles absolutely crushed the wall. Allie Rain into the wall too. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's all the other cars behind him with damage. Luckily, they were far enough back. We got to go back once again and take a look at another angle of this. There were some hard impacts. I want to go here to the number 8 machine, Michael Norman, because he absolutely killed this inside wall. You can see the 43 and the 17 make contact there. There's no room. They squeeze up, and just like what we saw earlier, and RJ was the one that made contact with Michael. Heavy impact into that wall. Comes uncontrollably back up into Matt McIntyre. And Tim, my God, you better be breathing all the sighs of relief right now, because how the hell did you make it through this with your teammate screaming in at 140 miles an hour? A game of inches is racing, and my God, Matt McIntyre absolutely devastated. Charles too, my God, the impact. That was violent. Good Lord almighty. Take a look at this. Here, that was Ali Rain. 10th in the points, comes down into him. And Hiccup, he also avoided it too. Levi did as well, and those other two Roush machines as well. And that was a monstrous impact for that number 41 machine. We got to take a look at this again here with Matt McIntyre, because this was, oh man, back-to-back events where he just barely gets involved in this. And there you can see, oh my God, head on in the outside wall he goes. And Michael Norman hops like a bunny there. That was crazy. What the fuck? And there's Ali and there's Charles. Man, 41 to 0. My God, those impacts were violent. Jesus. And there's Nathan. He is sick to his stomach. Collard, sick to his stomach. And there is Anthony Tompkins. We saw this get piled in. And he is a part of this one. Man, oh man. Battling for the lead turns into chaos. Takes out about a good dozen or so drivers. The second caution of the night. Is time now to check out some replays of some of these nasty hits. First on board of the second caution we're going to take a look at here will be with the number 43 machine of Joshua Collard. Once again, battling for the lead. And just rides way up onto the track into Nathan Hudson. There he goes. Something's got to give. Unfortunately, it's him, and there's everyone else piling in. All super duper quick. Fourth in the points. I'd probably bank on him not being there after this one. The number 32 machine of Anthony McCrory. Been working his way to the front all night long up to this point. Unfortunately, a victim of circumstances. Looks like he was gonna avoid it, but then it was Trent who came up into him and took him out. Wow. These next two views are gonna be pretty brutal. First one here is gonna be with the 41 machine. Started third here tonight. Is out of this event, Charles Jackson. So one of the three drivers who came into pit. Unfortunately, there's Ali. Oh, what an impact. Indeed. Trying to play those fuel strategy mind games with the field, and ultimately comes back, bites him dead center in the ass. It has been a fall from grace, these last two events. You'll want to forget them very, very quickly. Next onboard replay here gonna be with the driver 6 in the points. Probably not gonna be after tonight. The zero machine of Matt McIntyre. Looking like he was going to have this avoided until Michael Norman plows into him, and hard impact into the outside wall in turn 1. Shall I call this angle the back shot?
Huh?
This is the rear view camera angle from the number 15 machine, 5th in points, and somehow, some way escaped this by the skin of his teeth. Tim Walsh probably has to thank his teammate for this. Once again, a game of inches, and he could have been taken out like Matt McIntyre was. Unbelievable. We are back, and no, I did not have this being a war of attrition on my bingo card for this event, because Damn, do we have a lot more drivers out of the race after this one. Here it is. Trent Dunham, Anthony McCrory, Matt McIntyre, Charles Jackson, Nathan Hudson, Steven Gonzalez, James Qualls, Joshua Collard, Kyle Matthews, Anthony Tompkins, and Michael Norman, all out after that massive incident in turn 1. And oh man, these point standings, they just keep on getting more and more shaken up by the second, it seems. And as you can see, with courtesy of more user error, the lap count, little ticker, and the little caution light as well have gone away for the night. So my bad, y'all. Promise y'all, we're working through some kinks. Try to have them for every single lap of action after Pocono. But we're just back here to the original little score bug at the top of your screen with the lap count, as we're about to be on lap 19 this time around. The number 19 of James McLeod is your leader, next to Eric Sadler, who once again, these two got in a little kerfuffle in Nashville. And here they are battling for the lead as we go back to the green flag. What a start by Eric Sadler here in the 20 machine. Galligan, Poteet, Levi McIntyre, Cody poking the nose underneath here, heading into turn 1. Hold your breath, y'all. Cody, 3 wide, McLeod, Tim in the middle here. Off of turn 1, heading now into the tunnel turn. Cody trying to get the run here, heading into the turn. And Poteet, once again, you can think about going 3 wide, you cannot make it stick. And dang, Dylan fell back a bunch because of that. And now Tim behind Cody here. 3rd, Tim's back in 5th, trying to get 4th away from his teammate. All this happening behind the 20 and the 19, Sadler and McLeod. As now Cody falls back to 3rd. I see Zach Buchanan up here. There's Poteet, there's Sanford, Matt Hubert, and Jack Mitchell also working his way to the front as well. The winner from Daytona, trying to go back to back, as now McLeod to the inside. He's gonna retake the lead. Sadler gonna get pushed back, and now to the inside goes Cody into the tunnel turn. See if he gets the lap here, or if he gets the lead first of all. And McLeod fighting back heavily there on the outside. He keeps the lead, and now here comes his teammate Danny Wells into the picture. He kind of came out of nowhere here. Did this number 9 machine rocking the PS2. Was there another incident? Nope. A lot of drivers off the pace here. Once again, will we see the fuel strategy come to play? Only time will tell. Cloud, Cody in 2nd, Danny side by side with Cole Daly for 3rd, and Tim Walsh is in hell right now in the middle groove, trying to get back down to the bottom where you want to be. And now, speaking of going to the bottom, Cody Lamas side by side here for the lead, as we are now officially halfway through this one. I see RJ Bishop near the back of this lead group. Cody with the lead here. He takes it away here in turn 2 or turn 3. And exiting turn 3, Cody gonna lead yet another lap. Now Tim's found his way back to the bottom here. He takes over 4th. Does this number 15 machine, and they're side by side. The 2 Evernham Dodges are for 2nd. Danny to the inside of McLeod. Here comes Dylan. He's now in the top 5 here. Sadler back to 6th. I see Marissa as well, working her way back into the front. And I see the 88 of Desiree Voiles as well. She's hooked up here with Jack Mitchell for the time being, working her way to the front as she does so freaking often. And there's Hiccup 2 as well. Once again, these two, the 18 to the 7, they took fuel earlier on in the event. We'll see if that pays dividends or not. It is still the 29 machine who paces the pack. McLeod now, Sadler's back here to 3rd. Tim's now fighting for 5th with his own teammate. And now Dylan Poteet, man, he thought about making it 3 wide, thinks better of it. Seen the 2 incidents that we've had tonight. I think these drivers have taken their notes, and they are trying to make it to the end of this one here unscathed. Now McLeod all over the back bumper here of Cody. Those two Evernhand Dodges trying to hawk down and pass the 29, but now here comes Danny to the inside of his teammate. Didn't get a good run there. McLeod's gonna hold on a second. The outside line definitely good off corner exit. That 19 machine still here in the second spot. And now Sadler fighting his way back up here to third. And looks like he is gonna clear for third. Damn, Danny. Trying to make a move for second, and he falls back to fourth because of it. And now look at this, Charles Sanford here to the front. A couple of RCR cars here are dialed in with the DEI group. And now, oh, Cody, what the heck? Oh my God, he missed the corner big time. What in the world? He's battling, bro, he was just the leader. And now he's battling for fourth. Oh my goodness. Or battling for third. As McLeod retakes the lead. Sadler back to second. Danny side by side here with Cody. And now here comes Tim to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide, and he's gonna check up. Good call there, but now he needs to get around this 29 machine. Top 3, top 2 here still good. It's still side by side between the 29 and the 9. And now here comes Walsh. Still side by side with the 30. And this battle for the lead is unreal. Now Cody's to the high side of the track. Maybe as we continue on here, I'm gonna get 15 to go. The high side is gonna get better. We'll have to wait and see. He has now got his teammate behind him here in the mirror. That's Charles Sanford in the 30. Cloud continues to lead. There's Desiree into the picture. Sadler now still side by side here for second with Cody. 4 wide! Oh God, Cole Daly, the pinball here. They keep it going. Thank the Lord. Oh, that was so close to disaster once again. And now Tim Walsh, look at this run through the short chute, heading into the tunnel turn, but he loses momentum there. Oh, that's crucial. And now Cody passes him again, and Desiree's to the outside of him here too. And Cody cuts in front of the 15. And now side by side for the lead, Sadler and McLeod. Sadler barely leads at 3 1/1000ths. Is that an omen of what we will see here at the finish? We'll have to wait and see. We're 14 laps away. As Tim to the inside of Danny. And now Sadler clears, and now here comes Cody once again. My God, this battle for the lead is bananas. Cody and Tim, oh, he's gonna make it 3 wide. Can he somehow make it stick? He cannot. No one's been able to all night. And oh boy, here we go. They're about to catch Ibrahimian here. Oh boy, yep. We're not gonna let this be a factor, y'all. Here we go. Need to pause the action here very, very quickly. Come on. My mouse, what are we doing here, mouse? There we go. Apologies to Dylan Ibrahimian, but it's gonna have to happen. And if my mouse wasn't fucking up there just a moment ago, it would have happened sooner, but there it is. Gonna have to DQ the 31, just way too off the pace. The other lap cars here are exiting turn 2, heading into, or sorry, exiting turn 1, heading into turn 2. That 31 car is just way, way, way too off the pace. And once again, we don't want it to affect this absolutely glorious battle here for the lead in the late stages of this one. After all that, I might have DQ'd him too slow. And they're gonna catch him, aren't they? Damn it, man. I tried, my mouse wasn't cooperating with me. Nothing's been cooperating with me so far. And here we go. Oh my God. And they made it around him. Oh my goodness. Oh, Desiree did. Oh, Poteet. Dylan. Oh my God. Oh no, the plan. What the hell just happened? Oh my God. That might have been the most insane crash I've ever seen. Oh my God, Dylan, I saw him. He was literally inside the catch fence. Hubert was tumbling like a mofo. And there's Austin the Plant too. The points leader. Not gonna be anymore. Wow. Once again, I've asked this question a lot. Can anyone locate my jaw and please give it back to me? Because it's on the fucking floor. Holy crap. Wow. Man, I thought the wrecks that we had the All-Star race were spectacular. That one just blew those out the water. Holy shit. Matt Hubert, I hope all these drivers are okay, first and foremost. My God. My freaking God. Dylan, that was fucking insane. This is nuts. This is absolutely crazy. Caution out again. Third time tonight. We're approaching 10 laps to go. Let's have a look and see what happened. Well, this is gonna be a replay of all time. I still cannot believe what the hell I just witnessed. I know you guys probably can as well. But here it is, and I guess you can kind of put the blame on your boy. Man, this has been a pretty shitty race for me, hadn't it? I'm not even in the race. And I'm having an impact on him. Oh man, that's why they call me God, right? Anyways, Dylan getting held up here. Well, first of all, Desiree did. And then Dylan did here behind her. We're gonna see here, Ibrahimian slows her up. And here we go. Marissa clips him. Nasty impact. This is all going at, well, they were going 200 miles an hour, and look at this. Hubert hits him. Oh my freaking God. And look at Charles Sanford and Hubert as well. Like, those things look like toy cars just being fucking flown around by kids. But these are 3,500-pound stock cars getting flown around. I mean, this is the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Look at this. Once again, this is 7 and the 22. Yet another one of those 3 drivers that pitted early in the race. Well, Marissa, she had been working her way back up to the front here in the top 10, and it goes kaboom, literally. Literally goes kaboom. As she hits Dylan hard, massive impact for that 22 car up into the field. Matt Hubert just sends that 22 car into the catch fence. Thank God for the catch fence. And look at Sanford's car. Look at Hubert's car. Just lifting up effortlessly. My God, that is breathtaking. Oh, and there's Galligan and Buchanan. They were wrecking up ahead. Here's LaPlante. Well, he avoided the other incident earlier in the race, or he's avoided all of them tonight up to this point, and sadly does not avoid this one here. Our points leader once again. Let's look at this. Involved in this. Oh my God. And hiccup. I don't know how the hell you avoided it. Good Lord. Hoti, Hubert, Sanford. Oh my God. Crazy. And then up ahead, you can see Buchanan. See what happened to him here. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, he got turned by Jack Mitchell. Jack Mitchell was trying to avoid it. Rim rides the wall. Buchanan just goes up into him. Wow. And then Galligan here is going to hit him right there. And that's Galligan's last few races in a nutshell. Just kind of falling off the face of the earth here. And, well, runs into the 49 and is going to be out of the race because of that. But my goodness gracious. One of the wrecks of all time just took place in turn 2 here at Pocono. We have seen in history here at this track some of the most nasty incidents ever. Davey Allison in 92, Steve Park and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 2002. And here tonight, we see one of the most crazy incidents we've ever seen at this track in turn 2. Good Lord, have mercy on all these drivers. And now it is time to see what their vantage points were like. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of you watching at home, please buckle up as tight as you possibly can for these 3 onboards we are about to witness. The first one, gonna be here with the number 22 machine of Dylan Poteet. I'm dizzy just looking at that. Next on board here, gonna be with the number 30 machine of Charles Sanford. Here comes Poteet flying in, and there's Hubert. The impact of Hubert is what sent Charles Sanford's car looking like a rag doll. Crazy. And now with the onboard perspective here of the 74 machine of Matt Hubert. Comes Dylan. Oh my God, and then a roll over multiple times. And this was just like the All-Star race for him because he was involved in an incident just like this one. And it happens to him again. One last onboard here because I know he will want to see it. Gonna be here from the outside pole sitter who has survived everything that has come at him here tonight so far, along with several other drivers, the 18 machine of Hiccup Bush. He's right behind LaPlante, right behind all of this, and gets away from it. And also here with Galligan too, and Buchanan, it avoids that as well. Stars might be aligning. Here we go. Back to the green flag, this time by 8 laps to go in this one. Of course, Ibrahimian got DQ'd, Galligan out, Sanford out, Hubert out, Marissa, Dylan, Levi McIntyre, Joven, the points leader, Austin LaPlante, Noah Hart. Half the field erased here in this race tonight. Did not have that on the bingo card whatsoever. Didn't think it would be this batshit crazy. But here we are, nonetheless. Coming to get 8 laps to go of what is left of the field is here. You're all going to have pretty good finishes. But who's going to have the best finish? Who's going to come out on top in this 8-lap sprint to the finish? We're about to find out. Eric Sadler and James McLeod. They're going to go side by side, heading into the corner, neck and neck, dead even. McLeod pulls ahead just a little bit, got his teammate behind him here, Danny Wells in the 9. And now he goes to the inside. He wants to win this race himself, and he wants to win his 2nd event of the season. But there's a lot of drivers here behind him who are also trying to win their 2nd event of the season, like the 15 of Walsh. Man, he is just continuously failed at that move all night long. It's gonna bite him in the butt because of it. And now Sadler back here to 2nd. It's side by side between Cody and Danny. And look at this. Here comes Desiree up here into the picture as well, alongside the 15 machine. Not gonna get enough of a run here heading into the turn. Gonna stay in line back in the 6th spot. Leaders here all single file. Just trying to make it, just trying to see the white flag and see the checkered flag. As now to the inside for 2nd goes the 29. Desiree makes it 1 lane lower, but she's gonna have to get out of the gas here. And there it is, and she's gonna lose a ton of momentum because of it. When will they learn? Look at the momentum lost. That kind of broke up Danny as well and everyone behind him. Cole Daly, Jack Mitchell, Hiccup, and Bobby Rodriguez. It's literally only about a 10-car battle for the win. As McLeod pulls ahead by about another car length there. But he is the sitting duck. Eric Sadler will reel him in here momentarily. Cody back to 3rd. Danny 4th, side by side between Desiree and Cole for 5th. And wow, what the heck? Oh my God, that happened earlier to Cody. It happens to McLeod. He lost. What the world? What is that? What was that? McLeod just went from leading and now he's back to battling for second. That happened to Cody earlier, it happened to McLeod now. And now Eric Sadler goes back to the lead with 5 to go. And now Cody trying to use the side draft off the 19. Is Danny gonna make it 3 wide? Yes, he is. 3 wide for second. Ballsy move by the 9. I don't know if he's gonna make it stick though. He doesn't have enough of a momentum push off of the corner. And Cole Daly, now he forces his way in here. It's not gonna work though. And look at that. That is unreal how much momentum you lose if you try to make that move in the tunnel turn. And now Cody is falling to second. Side by side for third, almost between the 9 and the 19. All this happening behind Sadler here in the number 20 machine. That's about a 2-3 car length lead. Here comes McLeod to the inside. That's exactly what Sadler wants to see happen. And now he falls back in the line behind Cody. All over that back bumper of the number 20 machine. Here with about 3.5 laps to go. Getting the run down the long pond stretch, and he's gonna take the lead. Cody Lamas to the lead. McLeod to the inside. He actually made it kind of work there in turn 2, but to the lead goes the 29. Look at Cole Daly, dive bombs it in here. Battling for third, trying to get that away from the 19. And now Cody, 3 laps to go with the lead. Sadler trying to get the lead back here. As I head off into turn 1, there he goes to the inside. Eric Sadler, we'll see if Cody has that momentum loss like we've seen the last 2 or 3 laps with the leader. I think Sadler's gonna get him. Maybe not, they are neck and neck, and yes, there he goes, and there it is. That's what I was talking about, he lost the momentum, and now Tim Walsh pounces and takes third away. What a run by the 15 through the second turn. He's in second place now. Oh my goodness. Cody back to third. The Evernham Dodgers are battling for fourth. 2 to go this time by for the 20. This is gonna get good. I mean, it's been good all event long, but it's gonna get even spicier here at the end. Here comes Cody to the inside. That's for second. Tim might just give him it. He might try to fight back here down the long pond stretch. And no, Cody does not have enough of a run. He's still in third. They're side by side heading into the tunnel turn, which is what Sadler wants to see. Here they come. Tim Walsh stays in second. Cody lost more momentum there. And now the 15 is all over the back bumper here, coming to get the white flag this time by. 1 to go here at Pocono for Eric Sadler. Fell back to 15th at points. It's going to be a massive points night for him. Can he get around one more time to win this event, which would be his second? Or can one of these drivers win? Or can Cody win his third? Can Tim win his second? Tim's going to get a good run here off the corner. Oh, they're still side by side between the 29 and the 15. We'll see if Tim can get a good run. What a run from Danny though here in turn 2. Oh my God. No way. Are they going to catch up to Buchanan and Bishop before this? I don't know. Here they come out of turn 3. Sadler trying to defend as much as he can. Walsh, it's now or never. It's not going to be enough. Eric Sadler gets the job done and he wins his second event of the season. Becomes the third multiple time winner. In the first 21 events, he holds off the hard-charging Tim Walsh and Cody Lamas to get the job done just in the nick of time. They were gonna catch Bishop and Buchanan. Oh my God, this event, there are no words to put to it. This was just crazy. Sadler gets it done. second win of the season. He won back at Michigan in a thrill ride fashion there. He beat Matt McIntyre by about half a car length, and he fends off Walsh and Cody for the dub. And he joins Cody and Desiree Voiles as two-time race winners this season. How about that? What a performance here in this absolute freaking war of attrition event here tonight. Wow. That was something else, y'all. There it is. And very quickly here, before anything else nutty happens tonight, we're going to go ahead, save the replay of the race, save the freaking results ASAP. There it is, that. Exporting the results here as well in front of y'all. And there it is. It is official. Eric Sadler, the victor here tonight at Pocono, and an absolutely thrilling finish, thrilling all the way around this event. This race was freaking awesome. Some of the craziest wreck, or the craziest wreck we've seen all season. Didn't think the All-Star race wrecks were going to be topped in, and they were. And Sadler comes out on top. Walsh, massive points night for him, and Cody as well. So close to going to victory lane once again. Danny had a phenomenal run. He finishes 4th. Cole Daly rounds out the top 5. James McLeod 6th. Desiree Voiles finishes in the 7th spot. Massive points night for those 3 drivers right there. Jack Mitchell, our winner from Daytona, kept quiet most of the night. Comes home with a top 10 run in 8th. Bobby Rodriguez 9th, and Hiccup Bush comes home in the 10th spot. Allie, what a hell of a run for her. She got caught up in a couple of incidents tonight. Still finishes in the 14th spot. See, RJ finishes 18th. Don't think it's going to be enough. Well, it could be enough for him to potentially fall into the top 10. I don't know, but there you can see Austin LaPlante, 21st. Honestly, not horrible, considering the fact that, well, half the field. Look at that. This is what it should have been after Daytona. This right here, this amount of drivers out. But there were only 2 drivers out at Daytona. Here, 22. Unbelievable. An unbelievable night for a lot of these drivers here. Going to be sick to their stomachs. Carlos, Anthony, Matt McIntyre in the top 10 in points. Going to take huge blows here tonight. Kyle Matthews as well. Just joined the top 10. Zimmerman just rejoined the top 10, and they had shitty nights, unfortunately. Levi McIntyre, decent night. That might be enough for him to stay in the top 10. And Austin LaPlante, like I said, to say his points lead is gone just like that because of the results of Tim, Cody, and Desiree. And there it is, y'all. What a freaking battle this was. What a race it was. What an event. My head hurts. My voice hurts. All of it hurts. Apologies once again for the fuck-ups with the ticker, with the pylon at the top as well. Once again, I'll get it all sorted out for the remainder of the season. I promise y'all for that. And Eric Sadler, congratulations once again. He had a tough Daytona, got involved in that only incident, and he survived tonight and crosses the finish line as your winner for the 2nd time this season. Finally, our 3rd multiple-time race winner has happened here. We had 18 in the first 20. Now we have 18 in the first 21. Congrats to Eric. Congrats to everyone else as well. Or Tim, Cody, especially. Massive points night for them. We'll take a look and see what the point standings are going to look like. Yet again, I expect a shuffle up and a shake up nonetheless. After this one, yet again, every single one of these races, the points are just getting jumbled up big time. And of course, we'll also take a look at the Championship Eliminator graphic going into our next event and after this one here tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this absolutely batshit crazy night here at Pocono. It will be one that goes down in the history books, to say the least. If you want to join the Viagra Cup Discord, the link to it is down below in the description. And the next time that we go racing, Viagra Cup 22, we will once again be turning left and turning right as we head to upstate New York for our 2nd road course event of the season at Watkins Glen. If it's anything like Autumn Hill, it is going to be an absolutely amazing event. Viagra Cup 22, our second and final road course of the season at the Glen. Can't wait to do it. Hopefully see you there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm out. I'm going to go repair my voice and brain and everything. Hopefully we'll see you then. Peace. Eric.